What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trev2323. The quest for installing the Garmin. You see the airplane? Okay, so yesterday I put on the stern saver right here. The stern saver, but I know I didn't mix all the epoxy right because I forgot to take one brace off of the dang plunger. So I wanted to see still. That is actually on there pretty good still. Oh, what should I say? Okay, so I guess it's ready to screw it on. It's just a plastic. This is a plastic block that the okay, yeah, it's good to go. Okay, it's a plastic block that the transducer is going to screw onto. But this is what I'm worried about with the stern saver, is it's gonna hang off of here below here. So I'm worried about from right here, the water flowing out, if there's gonna be anything bubbling up right here is what I worry about. So I'm gonna screw the transducer on. It's gonna come up right here. I'm actually gonna use Flex Seal to bring it around here on this, and then it's gonna go in das Boot. Alright, so these are the screws right here for the transducer. But if you put it on here, it'll actually, that's how long it'll go, because I was worried about having to drill it and then it being hitting the boat anyways. But no, these aren't self-drilling screws, which they should be, but that's where it's going to go on the transducer. So I do got to get a drill bit that is a little bit smaller than that, and then these will tap in from there. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the, what is this, 9/64 to drill. Of course, you're not gonna drill all the way into the hole. You're just gonna drill a little bit into here, because if you drill into the hole, there was no sense in putting the stern saver on. So I'm gonna eyeball it, but you don't want to go deeper than, I guess I would say, 5/8 of your screw, or 3/4 of your screw. I know I did. And then this way with the transducer, I'm just gonna mount it dead in the center right now, and I could raise it or lower it from there, but it has to be just a tad underneath the boat. So I'm gonna eyeball it where that's just a tad underneath the boat, and screw it in the dead center, and then this way I could either lower it or raise it from there. All right, here it goes with me and my eyeball. Jack of all trades, master of none. And in the center, this way I could raise and lower it. Don't want to go too deep. A little bit off, but it's in the ballpark. Okay, switch over to the screw. Okay. This is the screw tip that I need. There's glue. Oh, there's a good. That's because that's Gorilla Tape. Okay. See if this was big enough to mount that. I could get it started. If not, I'm gonna go one bigger, but it should be enough. Yep. See, it's making its own screw hole inside the stern saver. So it's just gonna get eyeballed right now, but you could always adjust it later. One.
That's a big rock cover.
You got the big one, Pa?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the rest by hand, but now I'm gonna eyeball it. And see, this right here is above this right here, but you want the water to flow over here. The only thing I worry about is right in here, if there's anything gonna cause a bubble up right here. Okay, so that's on right there. That's pretty straight, but you're really not gonna know how even it is until you're on level ground. I know I'm not on level ground, so you can loosen it up. I didn't torque them down too tight. Use a towel when you dry your hands, okay? Now this is the Garmin wire, the transducer wire. So it's got a little hook right here that you hook it on before it starts going up. Right there. All right, I'm gonna loosen this up. I'm gonna probably tie it to this right here, and then I'm gonna use flex tape to flex tape it to right here. Okay, I'm telling you, never fails. Every time I'm shooting a video, there's one meathead that gotta start cutting his grass. Okay, so this right here is white. I got flex seal tape white that is gonna hold this in place, and I'm gonna give it some room right here. I'm not gonna bog it down, but this flex seal white tape is super duper sticky. So you be ready to put it down how you're gonna want it, because once you put it down, you're not gonna be able to take it back up. I'm put the part that I touched on the bottom part of it, and then I'm gonna bring it around the top. Okay, so this is super sticky, and then I'm not gonna go cut the wire, but I'm gonna cut above it right here. Okay, now this is gonna go around with it, and then this is gonna stick to here, and that's how I made my turn in right there with the wire right there. And believe me, this stuff sticks. I put this on my Astrovan, and this stuck so good on my Astrovan. So this is where this is gonna go, and then I'm gonna come into the boot right here with the transducer. All right, now I gotta slowly put this transducer wire through the boot. I'm gonna try not to cut the zip tie they put on there, and just slide it through right here. Okay, the good idea was mounting the wire through there. The bad idea is I thought I was gonna look in here and it was gonna be hollow, but there's actually a piece of wood in here. So there's only 3 braces that I'm gonna unscrew the braces and get access to back there to pull the wire through. All right, now I removed the brackets, so let's see if this could come out, or move at least, because I gotta try to get to that back piece. I don't want to have to unscrew it from the floor.
Look at me. I'm hiding somewhere.
Oh, there's something back there holding it that's screwed on too. Well, at least if I could get it down, I could see what I got to pull through here. So let me figure this out. All right, I got no choice. I'm gonna try to pull this out of here. There's above the water line, and I do got 5200 to put in there. All right, I got all that apart. It's not going through there. Right underneath the step is a lump of foam. So the gas line comes this way, and the bilge pumps comes this way to pump out the side. So more than likely, I am gonna put something right through here, right through that, and put some 5200 on that, and that's where I'm gonna put the wire through the hole, because I can see through there and grab the wire through there. Oh my God! I wound up having to take the side off, put my arm all the way through here. I'm all scratched up to reach all the way to that hole to pull it through. That's finally how I got it through. Now I gotta put all this back together. Fast Cure 5200. Everything I pulled out, I'm gonna put 5200. Even though that is just wood, condensation kills the cat on a boat. So even though it's just wood, Fast Cure, put it in there with the screw. All right, there you are, Bob's your uncle. Everything screwed in, everything hit with 5200. You see it coming out. to stop all, even though there was no 5200 in there, I put the 5200. The cord's right there. I'm gonna flex seal that up high through that as much as I can flex seal that, and there's the transducer cord right there. Okay, they really didn't leave you any line for that bilge pump line, so that was pretty tight. So I did turn the red switch and I hit the bilge pump button to make it pump, and it did work. So there's the wire for the transducer. Now let me show you this. You can see all the way through over there, and here's the crazy thing. You can see all the way through right here, and then from there you can see all the way through up there. So somebody got to reach their hand in there, and we got to find some way to get that to come out right there. So right now I got this tape right here that little by little I'm going to tape the transducer wire up on the side of the boat. All right, I used flex seal and a knife. I flex seal the cord right there, right there. You come up here, it's flex seal up there, and I actually threw it. I threw it to my other hand to catch it. I put my arm in here. That's where you put your arm through. I threw it through my arm and actually caught it with like the second try. So the transducer wire is here. So hopefully these little frays are just frays on the thing. I was actually feeding it through, so it shouldn't have taken too much damage, but this is where it's going to be mounted to, right here. So I gotta start figuring out the mount now. Okay, I was actually just gonna run the wire right here on the side, but I think it looks tacky for a brand new boat. So I actually have to measure and drill this right here to see if the mount will fit right here. All right, you don't have too much space mounting this mount. I actually had to flip it over so Garmin reads right, but on one side it's upside down and on the other side is right side up. I put the swivel base on it and I had to flip it over so where the wires go is at the bottom. But more than likely I'm going to try to mount it as high in this corner as possible, so if you're driving the boat you could look at it like that. We really don't need the swivel mount because you don't want to be able to go like that, but the reason why I got the swivel mount is because the 3 screws are a lot closer together right here, and you see the screws are off the end over there. Now this is going to be the hard part to reach from up here under here. I got to be able to reach all the way in there, so bear with me.